Hi, I'm not a guru and I'm definitely not perfect. I'm just someone who's obsessed with learning and growing. I've always been curious about what it really takes to transform, not just on the surface, but deep inside. Over the past few years, I've gone through what I now call the stages of evolution, a framework that changed my life. And I'm here to share it with you. Before we dive in, let me ask you, have you ever felt stuck even though you're trying everything? Do you feel like there's more in you, but something's holding it back? What if the real transformation is not about doing more, but becoming more? Stick with me until the end, and I promise you'll walk away with clarity, tools, no apps or gimmicks, just real-life steps, and a sense of purpose that may just shift how you approach everything. My journey didn't start with some grand decision to become my best self. It started in a moment of frustration. I was overwhelmed, uninspired, and constantly questioning if I was enough. I wasn't broken, but I was buried under layers of doubt, distraction, and fear. What I discovered is that personal growth isn't linear. It doesn't come in a flash of inspiration. It comes in stages, and each stage brings you closer to your truest self. That's what this is all about. Let's explore what I now call the stages of evolution. Stage 1. Awareness. The unveiling. This is where everything begins, not with action, but with attention. This stage is about seeing yourself clearly, maybe for the first time in years, what it feels like. You begin questioning your routines. You notice thoughts and patterns you previously ignored. You feel restless, not in a bad way, but as if your soul is tapping you on the shoulder. What helped me? Journaling. Writing helped me become a witness to my thoughts. Silence. I began spending 10 minutes a day doing absolutely nothing, asking questions. Who am I becoming? What am I avoiding? This stage isn't about fixing, it's about seeing. And once you start to see, you can't unsee. Stage 2. Alignment, the becoming. Once you gain awareness, the next step is aligning your actions, habits, and environment with who you want to be, not who you've been. What it feels like. You start setting boundaries. You feel torn between comfort and calling. You realize some relationships, routines, or even beliefs need to change. What helped me? Decluttering my digital and physical space. Setting micro habits that reinforce the identity I was building. Speaking differently, even my internal dialogue changed. This stage is messy. You'll be building and breaking at the same time. But every realignment brings you closer to authenticity. Stage 3. Ascension. The becoming more. This is where it gets expansive. In this stage, you're not just changing, you're evolving. What it feels like. You trust yourself more. You feel guided even in uncertainty. You're more present, more powerful, and more at peace. What helped me? Contribution. Sharing my story like I'm doing right now. Daily gratitude and visualization. Not for what I have, but who I'm becoming. Saying yes to the unfamiliar. This is not a final destination. Evolution is a loop. You didn't come here to just listen. You came to evolve. And you will. Here's how you can begin your own transformation. Step-by-step action plan. 1. Awareness ritual. Daily, 10 minutes. Sit in silence or journal for 10 minutes. Ask, what am I avoiding? What is this trying to teach me? 2. Weekly reflection. Weekly, 30 minutes. Review your actions versus your intentions. Where did you act out of fear? Where did you act from love? 3. Micro-habit challenge. Start with 1 per week. Examples. Drink water before coffee. Stretch after waking. Write 1 thing you're grateful for. Build momentum with small wins. 4. Environment audit. Monthly. Review your digital and physical space. Remove what drains your energy. Add what fuels your soul. 5. Speak the identity. Daily. Write or say, I am becoming someone who... Fill in the blank based on who you're evolving into. 6. Share your story. When ready, share what you're learning. You don't need to be an expert. Just be honest. 7. Create a why anchor. Write down why this matters to you. Revisit it every time you feel like quitting. One last question. What if the version of you that you dream about isn't a fantasy, but a future that's waiting for you to decide? Stay with this process. Stay curious. Stay kind to yourself. Because if you've made it this far, you're not just interested in growth. You're ready for evolution. And trust me, the reward for seeing it through is becoming someone you're proud to be. Thanks for walking this path with me.